She is currently working as a senior cybersecurity consultant at IBM. She's an active cybersecurity evangelist and is appointed as the associate lead for education and awareness for IBM's Community for Women in Security. She has also served as the promotion coordinator for the Vinja community at Nalcon 2020. She has also worked with various communities ISSCA, InfoSec Girls, OWASP, Binja, EWF, BSIS, to mention a few, and is passionate about increasing diversity participation in information security space. She is the brand ambassador for the Women in Cloud Network. She is also appointed as the Journal Board member and Regional Director India for Cybersecurity Global Alliance. Please put your hands together for our esteemed guest, Bishakha Jain.
Hello, everyone. So, I thought I was supposed to give my introduction, but I don't think I need any with Shashi doing the thing. So, I refrain myself from sharing the PPT. Let's talk security and mindsets. So, talking about security mindset, let me bring to you a story. How did I start? I was a born curious kid. I had the habit of breaking everything that came my way, be it toys, be it anything, right? So was breaking code a passion for me. And that's when I found the subject called computer networks, wherein Alice and Bob became my best friends because thanks to a punishment that I got during fifth semester of my engineering. And then started my destiny. I was employed at Ericsson, and there I served as a penetration tester. With networks, the concepts of networks came handy to me because I have taught that subject to many people in my college. Penetration testing was easier for me, but then I wanted to look at the business side to of it. I wanted to develop that business acumen. Going forward, I chose to embrace MBA in cybersecurity from Symbiosis International University, and thankfully I landed at IBM. So what next? At IBM, I got into security strategy, risk and compliance. So that was very different from what I used to do, and very different from what I expected that I would do. That was altogether a new domain with audits and so many stuffs in between. Then, thanks to IBM Wise, I started my journey as an evangelist. My first assignment being as the promotion coordinator for Vinja community at Nalcon 2020. What did I learn there? I learned there's no end to what we can bring to the table being a cybersecurity practitioner. It's not limited. And then, with the quest and hunger of learning more, started my journey. I look for opportunities where I can network with as many people as I can because I get to learn from more people with different mindset. I never had the CEO syndrome that I am the best despite doing good at where I was placed. Why? Because I believe you're never too perfect and you are never perfect in life. The journey always starts. Now, coming to the mindset, what stayed with me? A lot of talk goes around everywhere about security, which is rightful because awareness is very important. With the world going online at the advent of pandemic, people who did not use internet are the ones using it today, even for buying vegetables and fruits also, right? So everybody got to know about the hygiene there. But as a practitioner, security practitioner, what more can you bring to the table and how? Mindset, hands on, to make the hands dirty. Grab every opportunity that you can that will make your hands dirty, because without having a practical experience of how things are done in the security domain, you cannot call yourself a veteran. Knowing theory is okay, which is also important to stay aware and vigilant, but there is no comparison between hands on. How do you do it? What is the approach that you have to follow? Identify mentors. So, for those who don't know, has been a mentor for me, and so has been Dhaval. So has been Shivani, and these people are all coming from different backgrounds. If you know them enough, you will understand what they think like. When we talk about Shivani, she has been an educator, now entrepreneur. She has been serving in even IT sector, right? She has seen it all and still wants to grow and make people around her grow. And that is the mindset she brings to the table, her quest for never stopping to learn. Coming to Nehal. So when we talk about Nehal, she is the most creative head you will find in life. Why? Somebody, her kid drawing a colorful drawing made her find out about colorful passwords. Hence came rainbow password. So that is the mindset, right? You look beyond what's projected to you. She applied the logic she had learned all these years in mathematics, kathak and everything, right? Dance is all about mathematics, and Nehal has been a mathematician, not a IT technical person. And she has been someone who has been into this entrepreneur journey from the beginning, right? So she always had that mindset that I want to do something different and I want to invent something. But how do you look for inspiration? Simple thing, design thinking approach. She empathized with user need. She stepped into the shoes of the solution maker. She prototyped a design and then came up with a design, ideated it, and brought it to the table. Hence came Rainbow Secure. So that is how you think, right? You should try looking for inspiration in everything that comes your way, because that is what security is all about. Don't limit security only to cyber security. When you look about physical security, right, the CCTV camera that we have at places, that is also a very much aspect of security. Cyber security only you can see because with the internet involved in it for surveys. So the idea is to be the part of the solution and not the problem. And how can we contribute? You understand the purpose, why on earth are you in this domain? It's not limited to hacking, risk assessment, or for that matter entrepreneurship or anything. You are here to make the internet a better place. Why? Because everybody is consuming the internet, from vegetable sellers to cobblers to your mom and dad to you yourself for making the online payments, right? We are so much dependent on the internet. You just can't do without it. And that makes it a prima facie thing for all of us to protect it. How do we protect it? Through the right mindset. And yes, of course, when you can earn through that mindset, nothing like it. If it can mint you money, your skills can mint you money, nothing like it, right? Cybersecurity is a very vast domain. It's an ocean to learn from. Where do you fit in? Identify for yourself. Do the SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And while people say that you should work on your weaknesses, I believe otherwise. You should work on your strength. Strengthen your strength so much that nobody can defeat you in your game. That's what is called mindset. Be so smart that you learn from everything and you become the best out of what you have achieved. And also, parallelly, do work on your weaknesses, but don't look down upon it, because neurodiversity is a strength in security. Understand, we need everyone. Security has a room for everyone and it's welcoming for everyone, and we should be people who looks for the gold. Try hunting for your pot of gold, like Nehal did, like Shivani did, right? If you understand their journey, you will understand how did they evolve in life through that learning mindset. Cybersecurity is something which is evolving every day. Today we are sitting here and talking, tomorrow you might know there is some new attack in the market, and you have no clue how did that happen, and then day after tomorrow there will be somebody finding out the solution for that problem. It is not it is dynamic, it's constantly evolving, and it's very fast paced, and you have to stay abreast. You cannot let go of things. You cannot develop the CEO syndrome that you know it enough, you know it all, you are in the top of the game. Even if you are, you don't accept that so easily. Don't settle is the mantra for being a cybersecurity practitioner. Keep learning. That's all. That will make you a very good cybersecurity practitioner and also a good person in life, because the hunger will take you places. Also, the design thinking approach that I earlier mentioned, right, that will bring to the table the empathy cycle. Empathy, because we are all here to solve the problem, right? Make internet the better place, as simple as it is. Always remember, whatever you do in life, it should have a purpose underneath. Don't just go about competing with somebody else and aggrandizing bootlessly. There's no value that you will bring to anybody, and the purpose should be to bring value to mankind in general and everyone in between, right? So how do you do it? B- Starting your journey with the empathy map. Target audience. What do you want to achieve? Identify this. This is the mindset you should have. Learning a new skill every now and then. Unlearning things, because everything becomes dinosaur. Trust me, nothing is permanent. Change is the only constant in life, and cybersecurity is no different. So, this small things can make big impact. Identify people who can help you. Understand how can you help people, because as wisely said, right, the best way to learn something, or the fastest way to learn something, is to start teaching it. Make people use your good things so that they can grow. Help people grow from other people's good things. Learn from the best. Don't stop learning. This is my small message to everybody listening to me. That's the mindset I was talking about, because I can tell you 100 things to do, how to start, and everything, right? But then just doing things for the sake of doing makes you nothing. Have the willingness to fail. In penetration testing, when your test case doesn't pass, that is actually the best thing that can happen to you. You learn to dig deep into the troubleshooting mode, right? And nothing like it, because your knowledge, just because of a single test case, can take you to notches. Just because you failed, you will learn to succeed. How? Through the process. You get to dig deep into the process. That's the mindset we all look for. Have the willingness and courage to fail often, because as wisely said by Mark Zuckerberg, the greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail once, get up, don't stop, never settle. So that was my time. Looking forward to your questions. Thank you. And yes, not to forget, I wanted to bring to book few things which I learned from my mentors. So give me a moment. I would be sharing two quotes by two of my most favorite mentors, so that you can also learn from their expertise. Hold on. So, as my mentor, Dr. Angelina Gokhale, wisely said, where you stop thinking, the attacker starts thinking. Continuous learning is the key to effective security management. Don't stop learning, because there's somebody who is learning more than you. So it's a constant quest, and that keeps you young, right? When the mind keeps working till the end of your time, you're always young. You are never old. Next. Unlike real wars, fight against cybercrime has no definitive boundaries. No matter where you are placed, every new cybersecurity expert counts. So this is a quote from another mentor of mine, Mrs. Lakshmi Nair. And it is to make all of you understand wherever you are placed, whether you are a marketer, whether you are a consultant, whether you are a person who is the founder, or whether you are an innovator, whether you are a pen tester, this, whether you're an educator, all of us, or for that matter, if you are a learner, everybody is important. And we all have a purpose, a collective purpose, to bring to life the internet, to make it a better place. So that was my time. You can connect to me over LinkedIn and Twitter on the following links. Thank you.
Yes, I think Bishakha really made an impressive start, and she really carried a lot of different perspectives. How your mindset can actually affect positively the work you do, whether it's a cybersecurity or something else. It's all about, I think, cultivating the right mindset, and it starts slowly with your own thoughts and maybe the guidance from mentors you get. And I think in the chat also, I see very good comments. Somebody said that yes, we truly learn from the surroundings. We have another comment. It says, yeah, whether you upgrade or not, hacker is going to upgrade. So be prepared, right? It's very nice. And the I think I would like to ask some questions to you. We know that you read a lot of books. So give us the name of three favorite books that you can suggest to our audience.
So, uh, despite of reading a lot of book, my favorite book happens to be Bhagavad Gita. Then another book called Mindset, and also I like a book called The Universe Has Your Back. So these three books has been life changing for me. And whatever, wherever I am placed in life, I keep going back to these three books, because that these books bring me peace. And I received a book yesterday. So this is The Magic Mindset, okay, by Preeti Shenoy. Although Mindset is a favorite book of mine, but I think I look forward to reading this too, because it has magic, right? And I am a firm believer of magic. So yeah, that's about my books thing.
Nice, nice. And now, because your experience is diverse, and also we have an audience from different backgrounds, including infosec. So, what advice you like to give to somebody who is still doing masters in a cybersecurity or in a technology field? What advice you would give them to cultivate the right mindset when they enter into the careers?
So the most important advice that I would give, and what I have learned from my journey so far, you should learn to move on. The quickly you learn to move on, the faster you grow in life, the faster you climb up the ladder, and in the good way. One thing done, one thing learned, move on to the next set of things. When the next set of thing is done, move on to learn the another set of things. Don't forget what's going on and what did you learn. Keep revisiting those learnings, but then have that mindset, of moving on. The best advice any cybersecurity practitioner can ever give you is the gift of moving on. And that doesn't come easy. When you are in the top of your game, right, it's very difficult to get over that feeling of being the number one or being too good at what you do, and then trying to move on and step out of your comfort zone. But always remember, a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there, as said wisely by Kung Fu Panda, right, in the movie. So you cannot just do what you have been doing all your life. It'll make your life very boring, and security practitioners are anything but boring. We are the most interesting species from what I have learned, because we constantly evolve, we constantly unlearn, we constantly learn, and we are very fast people, okay? So give some credit to your learnings and to your what you are doing and bringing to the table. We are the fastest of all the species in the IT's world.
Good, good. I think Sasi has asked a question in the chat. She says, please suggest if somebody is thinking of career transition after serving in MNC for 10 years. So I think this is talking about maybe how somebody would approach or thought process about career change.
See, career change as to identify your strength is what I would say. And then from where your strength lies, identify the pot of gold in the part in security, if at all you want to transition into security itself, right? So for me, I would say management was my pot of gold, because while I was working in Ericsson, although I was a good pen tester, but my peers used to say there's a Hindi word called jugadu. Okay, so I was a famous jugadu of my team, be it party, planning parties to doing anything. I used to have that mindset that I will do something. I mean, in the cheapest of the cost and fastest of the way. So that mindset I always had. Okay, I was too smart or cunning, you can say. I don't mind calling myself cunning, because that's how you save money, right? So I was always like, with less money, how can I do more? That was my mindset. And then my peers used to say that you are not meant for testing or technical work. Anybody else can do, but you do this better. You bring businesses better, you negotiate better, you talk better, and you're very confident when you talk. So we think you should go for management. And that is, you won't believe it was my IT people, like company people, pushing me to pursue MBA, because they believed more in me than I believed. I thought, finance and all, who will study? I am an engineer, and how do I do it? But they used to say that the art of negotiation, right? Customer success, or for that matter, bringing business to the table, having your face value, brand value, is something that will make you take you places. I did not understand at that point in life what they are talking about, but today when I see, because I use those skills wisely, thanks to few mentors, one being Dhawal, Nehal, and so many others, Astha, everyone, right? So I learned to use it. And then gradually I understood that yes, you should actually be smart enough to use your capabilities. But then again, as I said, moving on, right? Today I'm doing something, tomorrow I might not be doing the same thing, and that's okay, because I'm a cyber security practitioner. I have all the right to move on, right? So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yes, very true, very true. Hackers also move on from one place to one system to other, right? So now, on that thought, what advice you like to give to somebody in application security who wants to now, secure the mobile app domain, or like because traditionally everybody has been testing regular client server apps or just simple websites. So what advice you like to give to somebody stepping in into the mobile app security?
So I would like to answer that way. What would Vishaka do had she has been into the step of a mobile app security practitioner, right? So what would be my idea of learning? I will catch hold of somebody who is the best in the business. I'll ask that person to mentor me, give me some hands on exercises so that I can thrive. I don't believe in theory and talking, I believe in doing. I believe in making my hands dirty so that I can thrive and I can answer all the questions that graces my way. So that's my thing. I am a lover of doing the practical hands-on of IT. Okay, and I am invested in that. Breaking, I said, right? I was born with the mindset of breaking everything that comes my way. So that comes easy. Learn to have that mindset. So I have seen one trend, because I teach a lot of people, right? So people are very scared of hands on, but you understand one thing: until and unless you don't get the knowledge of digging deep, you will not understand what it is like to be that way, like be it in sales, anything, not just hacking. Okay, but until and unless you get the real flavor of it, theory to array, I will give you 100 books, you will read it also, but what is the use of those books if you don't know to use those learnings on a real time basis, right? So always have that mindset. You will fail, deal with it. but that failing will take you places, because you will learn to deal with it, you will learn to get over the idea of failing and come out with flying colors. So that will make you a winner anyway, and any which ways you have nothing to lose, right? So it's better to learn, right, and understand how it's done. Be the best in what you do. And yes, keep learning, don't restrict yourself to just one thing. So that is my 2 cents for
Right.
any field, not just AppSec.
Right. So if something is new, if you don't know, then just better learn from the experts and gets your hands dirty, gets hands-on expertise on that before you commit to somebody. That's good.
Right.
Yes. So I think
And
yes.
thank
Then
you, Bishakha,
yeah.
to say wonderful word for me. And thank you for highlighting my journey also. And yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, it was a wonderful here time you had with us, and the experience you said. Not many people will gain much insightful. 2 cents or say $2 or 2,000, $200,000 because words are valuable, right? When you implement it, after hearing someone, it's very important that if you heard a speech or two, if something even you get little out of it, it's very important that you implement it. Yeah.
So I have one question for you, Bishakha. So if someone wants to be career in cybersecurity, where they start, which one is the best suit for them? How they know this field is best for me? I, because in cybersecurity there is so many variety of you can say that career path. So which career path is suit for me, and how can I judge for that?
Many times students ask us like when they are just entering into the MIS, or just when even you are doing just an MBA, so people already into tech, or sometimes they're not even tech, but when they heard the word cybersecurity, they normally ask, should I just directly do the certification or should I do graduation? What is your take on that?
Okay. So, what I would say is, as I already mentioned, right, it's a big ocean. So, in order to understand where you fit in, there's one thing which I say all my students to do is to write 10,000 words about yourself, about your strengths, about your weaknesses, about your journey, about incidences that makes you smile, about incidences that makes you cry. So this is nothing but simple human psychology, right? So you can penetrate into anything with an eye of the bird through psychology. Understand what is that gives you the most strength. Use your strength. I repeat, use your strength. And in cyber security, there are a lot of things which you can do. Like the most common thing which I have heard from my students is AppSec. It's the burning topic, or hacking, or bug bounty. It gives you a lot of money and keeps you abreast, and always your pocket is full. Just because somebody else is doing it, you don't have to do it. Deal with it. You see, if you're good at something, right, you will not have to do it for free. People will call you to do it for them because you are good at it, you are the master of your craft, right? So understand your strengths and go with it. Instead of following everybody, follow your own passion, your own self. That will take you places. Be humble, stay vigilant, respect what everybody else is also doing, learn from them, definitely, but don't leave your strength. And I don't believe in proposing people saying work on your weaknesses. I always advocate work on your strength. You won't be perfect, but then you can perfect your strengths, right? So as simple as that.
Thank you, Bishakha, to our guide. So we have wonderful comments in our chat, and it's very inspiring. Someone says great advice, great insights, and so many amazing comments. So I'm waiting for like if someone have any more question. If you don't, we can move for our next guest. Just wait for 1 second.
In the meanwhile, let me share my Twitter handle so that
Okay.
people can reach out
Thank
to
you,
me.
Vishaka. So if you have any question, you can just reach out to Bishakha and ask anytime. She will happy to guide you. Thank you, Vishakha, to
Thank
join
you.
us today.
Thank you for coming today.
Most
So
welcome.